The most powerful tool for home buyers in 2022. Today on Major Money Matters. Welcome to the channel. My name is Major. I'm a mortgage broker powered by Edge Home Finance. And if this is your first time across the channel, I want to invite you to like and subscribe so you get notified every single time we upload videos. And today I want to talk to you about what I believe to be the most powerful tool for home buyers in 2022. And that tool is Lock and Shop. Now, traditionally, you have been able to only lock in a rate after you go under contract. However, through some of our wholesale lenders and the broker channels that we've established, you can lock in your rate for 30, 60, 90, up to 180 days, and then go find your home. And this is amazing. This is really helping people out in the market right now, especially when rates are increasing rapidly. You can get pre-approved, lock in your rate with a lender, and have great peace of mind before you go shopping for a home. So let's talk about the 5 reasons why this is absolutely amazing. Number 1, it guarantees your pre-approval amount. So if you get a pre-approval done and then interest rates go higher, what happens is your pre-approval amount actually goes lower. So this actually guarantees that you are actually pre-approved at the amount that you are told when you initially do your pre-approval, because your interest rate will not rise. Therefore, you're totally fine when you lock in that interest rate. It's an absolutely amazing tool. Number 2, personal insurance against interest rates. This is really what this is. Now, understand that the investor is going to hedge their bets a little bit. For example, let me tell you, I was talking to a client on yesterday. They called me up. We did their pre-approval. Their interest rate on a conventional loan was about 5.5%. But they said, hey, Major, we don't know if we really want to buy right now, and we really want peace of mind as we're going through this process. So what we want to do is we want to lock up to 180 days. I said, no problem. Let me click this button right here. You are officially locked for 180 days. Now, when they locked in that rate, they actually locked in, their rate was actually at 5.5%. And what they did was the investor, the wholesale lender, added a 0.5 point because they understand that they are going to actually honor that lock in the future. So the investor hedges their bets a little bit, okay, in the interest rate. But next week, we can know that the interest rate's probably at 7, potentially 8%, and 6% is a pretty stinking good deal. So, they locked in, the investor boosted up the rate a little bit, but they did lock in at a higher rate. But it's like insurance. Nobody likes to pay insurance. The only time you appreciate insurance and you like insurance is when you're actually in a car accident. And when you're locking in your rate, you're not probably going to be excited about that extra adder or whatever to your interest rate. If the adder, by the way, is smaller if you're locking for 90 days or something like that, okay? 180 days is the max, is a 0.5 point adder onto your interest rate. But you're locked for 6 months. And God knows where interest rates are going to be in 6 months. So this is pretty much like interest rate insurance. Number 3, there is no risk. So people always ask me all the time, hey, Major, what happens if I lock in my rate and then the interest rates go down? Well, doesn't really matter. You're only locked at one investor. I have 47 different investors that I broker loans to. You are locked at one of them. So if interest rates go down, first of all, the one where you lock, they potentially could do a float down, but your interest rate won't go higher, but you can float down. If that doesn't work out, we just shift you over to another investor or another wholesale lender where we close that loan for you. So really, there's no risk to you. You're just locking at one investor. Now, there might be a risk to you if you're locking at a retail bank, because retail banks have started to roll out some version of this. Retail establishments start to roll this out, which frankly I'm in favor of. The challenge is they only have that one investor. Brokers have 47 different investors or more. Personally, we work with 47. So there is absolutely no risk to you. So you might as well lock in this rate. Number 4, no out-of-pocket costs. So when you lock in a rate with me with Lock and Shop, there is no out-of-pocket cost. So you don't pay $1,000, $2,000 upfront or anything like that to secure that rate. You just tell me, Major, I want to do Lock and Shop. And I said, Roger that. I'm going to move your file over to this investor. We're going to lock your file over there while you're shopping. So there's no out-of-pocket costs, no credit card payments, no nothing, okay? Now, there is a slight adder to the interest rate because you're guaranteeing this with an investor, all right? So there's a slight adder there, but it's better than you sitting around and wondering what's going to happen to your interest rate, all right? So it is an absolute great tool and no out-of-pocket costs. And keep in mind that because you might be working with some people and they say, well, we can lock your rate and that's going to cost you $1,000 or $2,000 or something up front. We do not do that, okay? You're simply locked into your interest rate. So there's no out-of-pocket expense. Number 5, peace of mind. This is great, because we endeavor to make the home buying experience as peaceful as possible for you. And if you're out shopping for a home and you're under this pressure of what's happening to interest rates, it can be very, very challenging for you, very, very challenging for your family. You're making everybody upset because you feel like you have to make a decision or something like that. Now, you are locked for a certain period of time, so it is better if you want to maintain that interest rate to get into a home sooner or get under contract sooner rather than later. But at least you have some degree of peace of mind where you're not worried about the daily fluctuations in the market. So this is a fantastic tool. Now, realtors, if your clients are not locked into an interest rate, I question whether you are actually acting in their best interests, because it is in their best interest in this increasing rate market for them to be locked, for them to be pre-approved and locked into an interest rate, because that's available to them. Now, if your preferred lender does not offer that, I don't know what to tell you, because this is absolutely a game changer for clients and their families. And we have to do our part to act in the best interest of families. If you want to know more about Lock and Shop or ask questions about Lock and Shop, reach out to me, reach out to my team. We can get you educated about this, but this is an absolutely amazing, amazing tool for home buyers. That's it. See you next time on Major Money Matters.